Okay, so mirrors now. These are some of the worst looking mirrors I've ever seen. So these won't be on the car when I'm racing it. I think mirrors are a fairly open choice, but to get it through the IVA and stuff, we'll stick these on. They mount to the windscreen frame on the Academy cars. I think for IVA, they take the doors off, I think. I heard that. So, yeah, I've got to take them off the standard bracket, stick it in your bedroom underwear drawer, and then I've got some of these rods. I'm sure I've seen them somewhere. I need to find those and put it all together. Mirrors. What a barrel of laughs. It's not the last job I'll be doing because there's a few other bits and pieces that I need to do, but it's the last thing in the manual. So obviously a huge milestone. As I said, taking this all apart, remount to there. The problem is that screw that you remove, it goes in, it's not a captive in here, it's a nut. And that nut spins and it's behind glass. So you've got to take the glass out. And the glass is glued in. It didn't go well. Second one, I managed it. Use a heat gun, managed to pry it away. And once you've got that sorted, you can mount them to these little aluminium rods. You can see there the glue. So I'll probably have to just put some new glue on the back of this glass, stick it on there, and then source some glass for the other one at the other side. Drama till the end. Did the wiper blades as well. A bit shonky, but they're on. They work. So yeah, job's a good one. Good evening. We're back again, and it's Thursday night, and the car is going to Oakmere Caterham for the post-build check on Saturday morning. So tonight's it really. Tonight I need to get this car ready to drive into the trailer, and tomorrow get it in the trailer, get it all mounted up, ready for Saturday morning. So quick checklist. I'm going to give the brakes one more bleed. Just see if I can get a bit more pedal. It's just me, it's just myself tonight, so I won't be doing the good old two-person method, which I do think I will want to do before I drive the car in anger. And put in later. Once that's done, get her on her wheels, lower to the floor for the first time. She's been on axle stands since the day she arrived. And then I need to torque up the hub nuts. I can only do that really when it's on the ground and I've got the handbrake on and stuff like that, and maybe chock the wheels just so I can get the near on 300 newton meters of torque that's needed. Not quite that much, but not far off. And then IVA trim, something I screwed up really. I should have done this before I started page 1 of the manual. Is there some IVA trim needed around here? I could miss it if I get short of time. You know, it's not needed for the post-build check or anything. In fact, I don't need it on there until January when it's time for IVA. So maybe there's an argument to leave that off in case I, do manage to get the car out on track this month. It's just one less thing to come flying off and have to replace, right? Nose cone, which is hiding down there. Bonnet. Job's a carrot, I think. So yeah, let's see how we get on. She's got 4 wheels on for the first time. Looking good as well. So I've bled the brakes again, done the clutch again. Loads better. There's a lot more pedal now, so it should be more than safe enough to pootle around and get it on the trailer and stuff. But definitely will do it properly with a friend before it goes on a track or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to lower it down now. I'm going to roll it forward a little bit. Hopefully under its own steam. That'll be the first drive technically. Bring it back on the garage floor this way a little bit. Give myself a bit more room, and then I may well throw my alignment strings up and just see how it's sitting and decide if I want to make any major adjustments before it goes in the trailer. But that's not an urgent thing, so that can wait until after the check if needed. So yeah, let's get it lowered down. First drive, not a success. Slight problem, no clutch. Even with my foot hard down on the clutch, just even trying to select first, as soon as I got the lever close to first, it just engaged drive straight away and crept forwards. So, yep, still a bit of air. Still a bit of air in the clutch line, so I'll get the bleeding kit back out and, whoops, get the bleeding stuff back out and give the clutch a bit more love. But yeah, happy days. Before we start on the clutch, I'll continue on the clutch, back to the very first page to remind myself what the torque ratings are for the damper bolts, because they need torquing up at ride height, so I'll do those now before I forget. I will also do the hub nuts at the back. I can do them through where the centre cap would go. And yeah, so we'll get all that sort of stuff torqued up now before I forget about it. Then we'll get on with the clutch. If we can just get the car selecting gears and going backwards and forwards tonight, yeah, well, it should be plain sailing, but I've thought that before. Alright, so hub nuts torqued, lower wishbones at the front torqued, upper wishbones at the front guessed. There's no way I'm getting a torque wrench anywhere near those fittings, but I've got a well calibrated wrist for that sort of thing nowadays. So they'll be fine. So yeah, I'll get onto the clutch now. There we go, much more successful test drive. Clutch now working, forward and reverse a few times. Although it's, yeah, the inertia in this car is quite funny. It doesn't need any gas at all to start leaping across the garage. Pretty funny. But yeah, happy days. What's next? Nose cone. I was trying to decide whether to put the IVA trim around these apertures here. You need to do the leading edge and the upper edge, I think. And I just don't know if I can be bothered. Well, you'll know, depending on what I upload next. Okay, I've put some trim on. Couldn't resist. Pain in the ass, would have been loads easier without the wishbones on. Yeah, one to remember for the next Kit Kat, I suppose. Yeah, so I think I'll do the other side. I think I've got it right. You're supposed to do the top edge and the leading edge, so I can get them to check it on the post build on the post build check. But yeah, I think that's right. Wow. I think we're done. Well, we're a long way from done, but we're done for this phase of the build. There is one last job to do, ish. That's to stick the nose badge on the front, so we can do this live, hopefully not get it upside down. Got the IVA trim on the apertures in the front bodywork. It wasn't a big pain doing it at this stage in the build. Note to any budding builders watching, just do it first. Literally the first job you do. Then nose cone on. Uses those funny kind of like half-turn fastener things, whatever they're called. Kind of annoying, to be honest. But bonnet on. So when I say I'm done, there's still a lot of work to do. This kind of phase is just to get it, moving, running and driving, as they say. Get it for the post-build check. They will just check for any critical safety items, I guess. I'll give them a bit of a brief on the kind of things I'd like them to look at while they've got the car. But ideally, I'd like it to be track day ready when they're finished with it. Once that's done, the next phase really will be getting the car IVA ready. And I know I've talked a lot about IVA, but there's a load of nitty-gritty things that still need to be done. There's a bag of just like rubber bits and caps and whatnot. There's a lot to do there. Maybe just an afternoon's work, I'm not sure, but yeah, a lot to get done. Still need a geo. I've not had time for that tonight, as usual. Things took longer than expected, so I need a geo. Yeah. Oh, I need some mirror glass, obviously, after the disaster last night. So tomorrow's plan, if I get time, I will do a couple of the little bits of IVA trim, the little caps and stuff, and then figuring out how to get out of this garage. I do have a step up there. I don't think it'll have ground clearance to just drive down. I think the exhaust tailpipe is the component at risk. It hangs pretty low to the ground, so I'll figure some ramps out, get the loads out of the way. Hopefully neither car blows away in this storm. Get it in the trailer, get it over to Oakmere for those guys to have a good look at it. But yeah, dead happy with that. It's been great fun up to this point. Even after it's IVA'd in January, there's then a whole load more work to get it race ready. Bolting on this side impact bar, and I've got a V-Box data logger nestled away, waiting to go in. So there's a bunch more stuff to do. So this is a long way from the end. But as far as the build manual is concerned, I guess I've technically completed it. I've built a Caterham. Pretty cool. Dead happy with it.